Hi guys, this is Mrs. Blaisdell. Today we are going to be doing Access 24, Solo Artists. The name, what we're going to be doing first is opening up Word and typing in the data that is on the second page of the activity. In between each part of the data, we're going to use the tab key. So if you were to put in, use this little show hide thing, you'll see like that shows that there are tabs in between these things. And of course, this means there's an enter. So one tab, mail tab, not afraid tab, M&M, enter. Okay, so you want to type that all like that. And you'll notice that without that spacing in there, it looks kind of crap, but that's okay. We just want one tab in there. All right, don't add extra ones to make it look pretty here. This is not the pretty part. Okay, so what we want to do then is we want to save as, and you're going to call it Top Solo Artists. You don't need all of this stuff. And you want to make sure that you choose plain text as the type. Okay, don't save it as a Word document. Save it as plain text or a TXT file. Okay, so when you do that, it might say it'll, cause problems and so forth. And you want to say, okay, I'm good with that. Okay, because you just want the text. Okay, it's going to lose formatting. Well, all you need is text and tabs, so you're good to go. So once you close out of there, then we're going to do the fun part, which is to create a database, and it's going to be called Solo Artists. And I think I just double clicked that. So you name yours Solo Artists. And then this, the great part is we're going to pull that data in. So how do we do that? We go to external data, and we go to new data source. And so we're importing. This stuff over here might look more interesting, but it's exporting. We'll get to that. So we want to do from file, and we want to choose text file over here. So more data source, from file, text file. Then we're going to go and find our text file, which on my case is on my desktop. Yours might be in a file. Okay, and then we want it to be imported into a new table in the current database. That's okay. We're going to click OK. It might take it a few seconds to do its job here. Okay, now this may look similar because when we did an import into Excel, it shows you kind of the same kind of thing. And it's like, do we want it to be delimited? So characters such as commas or tab separate each field. Yes, we did the tabs, so we're going to do that. And we make sure it chooses tab, and it should look pretty good. You might have one or two that's off depending on what you did when you typed it, okay? But then up here at the top it says first row contains field names. Yes, that's something we want, okay? So that's good, and then we click next. It's going to say data type for rank. What do we want it to be? And in this case, long integer is fine. We don't want it to be indexed. Okay, so we can go next. So it's going to throw in an ID number then. Basically, that's going to create a primary key, and that's okay. So we can either let Access add the primary key or choose it, or have no primary key. We can, so let's let it add one. I'm going to hit Next, and this is the table. We want it to be called Solo Artists, Top Solo Artists. So I'm just going to leave that and then finish. Now it's going to say, do you want to save these steps? No, and close. Now, why would you want to save the steps? Well, you might want to save the steps if you're going to do imports in the future into the same table. So that caused that. So do you see how that worked? Okay, it pulled all the stuff in, put it in the right places, and you might be saying to yourself, well, geez, I could have typed that there. Yes, you could have, but again, if you had had data in a different source and you could export that data out as text and then import it into the database as text, then, again, a lot of databases are hundreds or thousands of entries. You don't want to type all that crap. So, to be able to import something is very, very important in understanding databases. Okay, so once you get that done, you want to save it and close it and send it.